Do it. Who wants to recap us?
Not it.
I was only here for a portion of it, so probably
I
not.
don't really remember. What did we do?
You guys summoned some kind of demon
Oh,
creature.
yeah.
The bats.
Turk summoned this ugly looking thing that brought the bats and that attacked us. Yeah.
I don't think it brought the bats. I think he saw the bats and thought it was funny.
And then I talked to the bats, and the bats were dumb, and we couldn't figure out exactly what was going on.
Yep.
But apparently, the volcanoes on the island were chasing around their food source, so they were trying to find other things to eat, including our crew.
Why am I getting echo?
I hear an echo.
Oh. I bet I know why. Hold on.
Because I don't want to go grocery shopping. It's easier to do it online.
Hell yes.
Is that better?
No, I'm lazy, and I can do it online from my bed instead of going to in a grocery store.
That's so much easier. Like,
It
especially for big grocery trips.
Yep. My wife does that every single time, and it actually saves us money.
I did Walmart pickup last week because we were quarantined, and now it's like I'm going to do this from now on.
Yeah, I would like literally never go back to. Like, if I just need like one or two things, I'll go to the store. But if we're like grocery shopping, then
Now I kind of feel bad for the person who has to pick up the 50-pound bag of dog food that I put on there.
Don't it legitimately like all these stores had to hire like a shopper for that.
Mm-hmm.
So it added a job.
Why do you chew so loud?
Why is it so echoey?
So
I know. I hear an echo.
I hear me.
I hear me too.
I don't hear an echo.
I hear Lonnie through Lonnie's mostly.
Maybe. Lonnie, do you have speakers on?
No.
I mean, I do hear it more from Lonnie, but I can hear it through me too. It's weird.
Hold on. I'll mute myself and see if it's me.
Hello? Hello? I think it's you, Lonnie.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No, because I still hear it.
I still hear it.
No, it's picking up something on my end. Because when you're talking, well, that doesn't make any sense. Hold on, let me see something. Maybe I'm going deaf.
Technical difficulties.
Are you
How
using
about-
a headset, Turk?
Yeah, how about now?
Hello? Yeah, that's better.
No. Yeah, that's
it's
better.
gone.
Yeah, that's
All
fine.
right, cool. So Turk's deaf.
It was Turk.
Well, hold on. Oh, my. Oh. Oh.
I want to know what Turk did.
There we go. My noise suppression was off.
There.
So 2 times ago, the party left Ignica. It was erupting, and
I don't care.
Keldemer and Drizzle pulled a pretty good Metal Gear Solid-esque mission to acquire some flags and some insignia from opposing factions.
And it saved us 500 gold, by the way.
Yes.
And then last week, Naroth summoned and talked to his patron, Al Razak, or Al for short.
Al Bundy.
Nope.
Mhm.
And directly after that, the party discovered that there were a good number of bats harassing one of the crew members above deck, and chose some really interesting options to deal with that. But they inevitably left, and pretty sure everybody came back up top and got drunk and talked about where they came from.
Yep.
Except Lonnie, who went to bed.
Yeah. So, leaving, that put us midnight-ish, maybe early wee hours of the morning. The night of leaving Ignica. So, as the party and the ship makes its way kind of northwest towards the giant spur, which, talking to Hal, is going to be roughly about a week's worth of sailing. First couple days are pretty much uneventful. Just sailing. I do need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you're just clicking wisdom?
Yep.
Under saving
Under
throws.
saving throws, yeah.
Where is that?
It's
Yeah.
Above
top left.
proficiency.
Oh, there it is. It was right
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
10, 19, 8.
Is it the big numbers on the side?
No, right next to the, like, see dexterity? That box that's right next to dexterity.
And
Hell yeah,
24.
Lonnie. That's a 19.
All right. So we'll call that the first day, the day that you left the island. About day 4 here, and we're on the open sea, so I'll let y'all have the boat. About day 4, midways through the day, there is a call from Joy, who is doing a lookout, or in the crow's nest.
What is it, Joy?
Hold on.
My woman.
I think she's tired of you sexually harassing her.
Oh, I know where she's at.
Listen, why is it sexual harassment when I try to hit on somebody, but Joy got big.
She's tired of your stuff, Rebel.
Joy, you need to eat less in that crow's nest.
Oh, she's still big.
She's still pretty large. Pretty large woman.
Maybe she's an Amazon.
There we go. All right. So, and the call is simply, sails on the horizon, and she actually makes the call 2 or 3 times.
Does that mean there's multiple sails or just one over and over?
She's essentially calling it every time she sees a new ship.
Oh, okay. So it's not like an urgency thing. It's just every time.
No, she's just relaying the information back to Hal that there are sails.
Hey, we did have Hal put up that red flag, right? Or the crew. That one that we were supposed to put up.
That's y'all's call.
Are we on 2 separate boats, or are we all supposed to be on the same boat? Because the picture looks like we're on 2 different ones.
Oh, that's
one's
under.
top side and one's bottom side.
Upper and lower deck.
Okay, I was confused for a minute.
No, that's the top and the bottom deck, so that y'all can see everything. And after about the 4th call, Hal kind of yells back up to her that he's aware and that you're entering a pretty well-traveled trading lane that runs from Greyhaven to the Giant Spur. So the 5th, 6th day there's a handful of boats that you see. They're either going generally the same direction you are or opposite, as you're kind of in a major thoroughfare for trade for the area. And on the 6th day, you start to see on the horizon kind of a similar sight as to what you saw when you approached Ignica, in that there's just a big. It starts small, but starts to grow slowly as the day moves on. The very big landmass jutting out of the ocean here. And as you awake on the 7th morning, what you see is this monstrous single piece of land that reaches up into the cloud cover, which is the giant spur. Gonna make sure nobody's got anything else they wanted to take care of or anything before we actually go into.
Anything you think we might need, Ark?
Did you want to put the flag up, Rebel?
Yeah, we definitely need to make sure the flag's up so that we don't get any kind of flack from other boats.
All right, so we're just gonna run. You're just gonna run the red flag up.
That one that's the merchant flag or whatever.
Okay, the flag of Lux.
Yeah, that one.
All right, so flying the flag of Lux. You come in. It looks like it's probably gonna be midday on that you'll actually get into the base of the giant spur, kind of where the activity and actual trading happens. Couple things that you notice over the past couple of days, and as you're getting really close to the giant spur, about the other ships going on around you. A lot of them are flying varying flags that the party members may or may not have seen individually before. The ones you recognize are, like major merchant houses from Greyhaven. All of the ships are flying the red flag of Lux, or like you see some going back the other way that are in the process of taking it down. And then there are some ships that have either affixed to the kind of point of the bow of the ship or the front mast, have like a black painted oar affixed to them. Not as part of the ship. They seem kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Improv'd onto wherever they're affixed. But it is something I don't think anyone here has encountered before. So you get up, say midday, maybe a little after, kind of into the base of the giant spur, and about a half a mile from what seems to be kind of the harbor, there are a row of about 6 or 7 ships all moored together. And you kind of watch as, one ship comes to facing it, the far right side of it, and will moor to the ships, and it starts to kind of grow, and then the ship on the far left end will break off and either go into the harbor and dock, or set sail back out to see the way the party has come, or set sail kind of back to the direction you're going, but past the giant spur. So what would y'all like to do?
So do we want to keep heading towards the spur? What do you guys think?
I want to go shopping.
Me too.
Y'all
Okay.
sound like women.
All right, let's go shopping.
All right. So the Hal is gonna kind of pipe up and point at this kind of ever-changing snake of ships that are kind of moored together about a half a mile away from the island, and say and point out that essentially that is is merchant trading going on. That the kind of core 3 or 4 ships are, you know, constantly changing, but between them, there's usually a pretty wide array of things to buy or sell there.
Okay. Do we need to stock up on any supplies? Like, do we have enough food and stuff?
It wouldn't. I don't think it would hurt.
Yeah, we did feed an awful lot of bats, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we probably need to take on some food and drinks and stuff like that.
You
Naraz
guys fed the bats with our food?
Well, but
Yes.
just a couple of them.
You know what? Not everybody instantly wants to fight everything, okay? Sometimes we want to come to peaceful solutions.
I'm just saying, like, you guys could have left us starving in the middle of the ocean to feed some bats that were probably going to kill you anyway.
It isn't like you don't know how to fish.
I
Right,
could be
right.
a fish.
Then we'll eat you.
That's rude.
So, knowing y'all want to shop, Hal is going to pull in alongside the left side of this group of ships that's kind of ever changing, and at or join, I guess, the mooring of them, so that y'all are able to kind of shop and resupply and do whatever you would like to do.
Yes, we definitely want to take on some food and drinks and stuff. Do we want to check and see if they have any cool weapons or anything like that that we may want?
Oh yeah.
Give me 1 second. I've actually got a store set up, but it is linked in my Discord account. That is not the Discord account I am on. Connect. Here we go. All right, so mooring to those ships, y'all have access to the traders and goods that all of those ships are trading. There's roughly 6 ships, so you've got one who is kind of trading general foodstuffs, like you would be interested in restocking the ship. You have one who is a what do you call them? The people that repair ships or sell.
Shipwright.
Yeah, it's essentially just a shipwright merchant ship where, if you wanted sails repaired or a boat repaired, or they could probably even do like custom flags, stuff like that. You have a kind of general goods, kind of basic armor and weapons. There's a ship that is finer goods, magic items or health potions, scrolls, that kind of stuff. And then 5th, you've got a ship that essentially just looks like it's got a bunch of random junk for sale, like almost like a yard sale.
Ooh.
Knickknacks.
Yeah.
I say we check them all out and kind of see, like even the yard sale, there may
Yeah.
be like a miscellaneous kind of magic thing there or something cool.
Yep.
Yeah, I personally need to look at the magic shop. or the place with finer things.
All right. So. All right. I wonder if I should just link this to y'all, or would you like a general description of what you see and is available?
I'm down for a link unless you want to give us a general description. That's up to you.
All right. I'm gonna hope I can link all of this stuff. I think some of this stuff, 5E gold prices are a little different. So some of it y'all may be like, oh my god, because I was.
Yeah, I only have 60 gold,
Yeah, I don't have much more than that. I got some stuff to
but
sell.
I've got some stuff I want to sell too.
All right. So I'm gonna go into our D&D channel to my best. There we go. It is a text document. So you've got a +2 dagger, +2 longsword, +2 padded armor and studded leather. Yeah, some of the pricier things.
Oh.
There's a broken down bed, a black pearl, a couple different random gemstones that don't really appear to be magical at all. Different potions and flasks, scroll. There's all between
There's
the
some really good shit in here, but literally we were gonna have to rob them.
between the magic smiths, merchant ship and the general kind of combat wares merchant ship. There's also, your run of the mill short sword, long sword, base weapons.
Can we sell a couple items first so I can figure out what my gold's at?
Yeah.
I've got 2 scimitars, and a long sword.
All right. So,
Lonnie, we could get rich and sell these bracelets that we're wearing.
No.
all right. So 2 scimitars and a longsword. Rebel.
Yeah.
All right. So for haggling between the couple of merchants that seemed like they would be interested in these, the best offer you get is about 55 gold for all 3.
All right, I'll take that. Let's see. Now I have to do math in my head. No, it's easier to do it like this.
Yeah, you can use a calculator, dude.
Well, it's really
Yeah.
simple math. I should be able to just do it, but my brain's dead from auction house.
All right. Did anybody else have stuff they were wanting to sell?
Yes, I do.
All right. What you got?
How about 1 sickle, 1 short bow,
Okay.
leather armor. Am I going too fast?
No, you're good. I'm at leather armor right now.
And a crude mace.
All right. All of that, you're able to get an offer, a max offer of about 21 pieces of gold for all of it.
Okay. I'll take it.
Okay. I have a mace, 3 scimitars, and an iron belt.
Oh, you're selling the belt.
Oh,
Well,
that's your
I want to
costume.
see how much they're going to offer for it.
Oh wait, it's not your costume. We have another one.
Yeah, you got 2. All right, give me a second. They are actually going to offer you for the scimitars and a mace. You said 2 scimitars and 1 mace?
3 scimitars, 1 mace.
3 scimitars.
Damn, you just come in like loaded down with weapons. You're like, psh, buy this bag of weapons from me. I didn't kill anyone for them.
So you're between those 4 items, you're able to get about a max offer of 40 gold pieces.
I'll take it.
And then the belt, like the merchants all seem to be really interested in it, but unsure of what to do with it. They all kind of like actually start congregating and talking about it, trying to figure out, what they think it would be worth.
How do I remove stuff?
I just put 0 and then unclicked it.
Okay, that's what I did, but it now just shows 0 and it's grayed out.
Well, I mean,
I'm updating it in my D&D Beyond too. That way I'll know they're gone.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the weight off of them too, cause yeah. Oh, you can click the unlock button
Uh-huh.
and it adds a delete.
Hey, look at that.
Good find.
Hey, we're all learning. I like it.
Nice. Good looking.
Oh yeah.
When they get done kind of conversing arc, they are going between a lot of them to kind of almost barter amongst themselves about who's going to pay what for it. And with the max offer you get for it for just the belt itself is 28 gold pieces.
Oh, what the hell? Keep your belt.
Yeah, I say we keep it if it's only going to be that.
It's a very unique item to them, but it's also like just a melee item. You know what I mean? It's the worth in it's almost, is somebody going to be that interested in taking this and learning how to use it, because it's not a common, not a very common weapon.
So they're like a pawn shop, and they're not gonna take a loss on something that they can't guarantee.
Yeah, it's a gamble for them because, like I said, they've never really encountered something like it before. So they are going to kind of play it more safe. I mean, 28 gold's pretty good for a straight melee weapon. It is martial, but it's more than you would get, if you had a full, perfectly good greatsword to sell. So,
Okay, yeah, I'm just going to hold on to it then.
all right. Anybody else?
I have a long bow and a scimitar.
Scimitar. All right. So you are able to get a max offer of about 34 gold pieces for that.
I'll take it. You said 34?
Yep.
95. Okay.
And I'm guessing y'all have been like reading through the
Yes. How much health does a potion of healing heal?
base.
It'll heal you to, like, yeah.
Base one are 2 2d4.
Okay.
So between 2 and 8.
Okay.
So, what if we like? This is just an idea, and
Mhm.
since like I really don't think any of us individually could afford anything, what if we combined our funds to give somebody a boost?
Yeah, that's what I was figuring we'd do. Is if something is like, oh God, I need that.
And maybe we can haggle a little. Somebody got good charisma. We need McDrizzle. He needs to steal.
I've got charisma of 15.
Minus crap, it's only 8.
Yeah, I don't think mine. Oh, actually, mine might be okay. I got a +1 on it. Oh no, wait.
I got a +4 on my charisma. No, is it a +2 or +4? My saving throw says 4.
Yeah, my persuasion's a +1.
Charisma modifier is 2, and it's a 15.
Oh, so that's not terrible. So we might, maybe Maddie will let you haggle with somebody, and we could buy something, but we'd have to come up with what we wanted to buy and how much we want to combine together.
Well, I mean, I don't know anything about any of the equipment, or if there's something that would really be. So, what do we have total gold wise?
So after I sold my stuff, I have 82.
I have 95.
I have 124.
We got 382 gold.
Oh, we still can't afford shit then.
No, not really.
Okay. Well, it was nice to sell our stuff off.
Well, you've also got a what are they called? An institutional backer that you haven't heard from in a while.
Oh yeah.
Huh.
Can I check to see if the Alabaster Academy has any credit line for us here?
These particular merchants in this area don't deal with credit. They're kind of gold only. Most of them are like purely merchants, seafaring merchants, and so they're never really anywhere long enough to hold a tab up
Cash
or
in, yeah.
extend credit to a large organization. Plus, a lot of them have been doing it for generations, and they've learned that organizations can just be gone one day. So
can we ask the merchants if there might be somewhere like on the island that? Well, we're supposed to be able to get in touch with him somehow, right? With what's his name?
with Sidreo. Yep.
Yeah.
He retains a way to get in touch and reach you.
But we
The
can't reach
magical
him.
hillbilly.
I don't know. I don't know everybody's spell this off the top of my head. You would need
Quick, somebody call him Collect.
I'm about to.
You would need a way to alert him somehow, and that is like a long distance at this point.
Can anybody invent a cell phone?
So you're kind of at the mercy of when he decides to show up on you. But you've been gone from Greyhaven for a little over 2 weeks at this point. So
Well, he better holler at us soon.
all right. Anything else? Are y'all wanting to restock the ship, or?
Yeah, we definitely want to restock on like some food and stuff.
Can
like
we
that.
afford it?
Well, and like
Does Hal take care of that?
expedition is being funded by them. Like they should be the ones paying for that shit.
Yeah. Does Hal have a bunch of money from Alabaster since they
Hal has his own money that he will pay to restock the ship with, and it's kind of on the. He's essentially putting the Alabaster Academy on a tab for the supplies
okay.
of the ship, and
Okay.
like should the ship need repairs or that kind of stuff,
He
he's-
fronts it.
yeah, he's fronting that, and then in the expectation that the Alabaster Academy will repay him.
Well, it turns out
Okay.
Hal is rich as a motherfucker, so let's rob this dude.
Well, y'all did just buy this boat from him. I mean,
Oh, that's true. Well, then I guess, can we ask Hal to go ahead and get supplies that he might
Yeah.
need for an expedition?
yeah, for the sake of brevity, we'll say he was kind of taken care of and bartering that while y'all were selling stuff off and trying to determine if there was anything of interest to you. The kind of knick-knacky merchant only draws your attention in so much that it really, really just seems like random things, some of which look like they may have been dredged up out of the water. There's like some small like jewelry and stuff, but most of it appears to be rusted or at least
Can I do
really,
like
really worn.
like an Arcana check at that shop
For
for anything that I think might look
Any
like something
magical items?
you. All right, I'm gonna as DM poke you here, and that the compass would serve you better than an Arcana check.
Oh, I'm gonna pull my compass out. I needed to check it anyway.
All right.
Yeah, did we learn what the third? I'm
Well,
blanking.
I know what it does. I just have to remember. Cinderell
Yeah.
told me. Oh no, Cinderell only told me what the first two do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
the
then we'd
first,
have to check with this third.
the first two were the character with the compass can take an action to detect magic at will, and a character with the compass can take an action to detect evil and good at will.
Oh. Okay. I need to remember that somewhere. So could we maybe add that as a note?
Make a note.
Yeah, I mean, you take a
Oh,
pencil,
actually, I can
just type
add
it
that.
out, and it's a note.
I'm just gonna put compass detect magic, and it's an action, not a bonus action, right?
Yeah. So the spell versions of those are concentration, and you have to like keep your
Okay.
concentration. With
Okay.
the compass, you have to use an action. So like, if you were in combat and decided you wanted to pull this thing out and use it, you'd have to use your action every turn to maintain it.
Okay.
Rather than
And but I wouldn't use that as my spell slot, right? Okay.
No, it doesn't consume any spell slots. It's just a function of the first two pieces of star fragment that went into the compass.
All right. So I show Ark what the compass is looking like.
So are you going to use it
Yeah, I'm using the compass. Wait.
to?
Oh, to detect magic.
All right. So on the like the finer battle goods ship, just about everything you see lights up. Your bracelets. As you look at your party, each one of them has a little spot right around their earlobe that lights up. Arkea's armor lights up.
Yeah.
Lonnie's staff. I mean, all the magic items on the party, all kind of light up independently. Within that actual knick-knack boat, though, there doesn't appear to be anything at all.
Hmm.
Okay. There's nothing magical there.
Does the
Worth
knick,
a
They all
check.
look like Christmas trees.
yeah, does the knick-knack place have maybe a book of short stories or some collection of poetry I could read that I could purchase? A book?
Make a investigation check. 19. Very nice, sir.
Ooh.
Looking through everything over there, you come across two books that look like they may be interesting, or have been interesting. They're both kind of located inside of just a fairly bland brown satchel. But as you pick the satchel up, you can feel and see the water drip out of the bottom of it, like somebody's pulled it out of
It's full of that.
some body of water
Huh.
fairly recently,
Huh.
and thumbing through them, the most of the pages aren't going to be readable or even legible.
Well, I'm going to pass on that. I just want to book
Alright,
to.
that does not look interesting at all.
No, it doesn't.
Lonnie writes nice stories.
Yeah, I write erotica.
Oh,
Oh no. You never showed me those. Please don't.
all natural erotica.
Yeah.
Is that going to be the next story time with Lonnie?
Yeah.
She shows me the PG versions. She's like actually got X-rated versions of these books.
Ark helps me write them.
All right, so
Clearly.
Hal has finished up his bartering for supplies and gotten all the supplies between Lorben and Joy and Hal. All the supplies have kind of gotten loaded onto the ship and stowed away, and they're essentially kind of just milling around waiting on you guys.
Okay, Ark, what do we do now?
Okay, so we're all stocked up. We check the magic items. Is there anything else you guys can think of that we need to get before we get underway again?
How much is it to make a custom flag?
We can make our own flag.
I thought the shipwright could design a flag for us.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. I just thought that'd be kind of cool. But it probably costs 5,000 gold.
Yeah, I ain't paying for that. We'll have him build it and we'll kill him.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start hoeing y'allselves out or something.
Talking to the merchant on the shipwright's vessel, you get a sense that for a basic kind of one color flag, he starts around 10 gold or so, and as you add varying options or designs or intricacies, it will starts to increase fairly. I won't say quickly. It's not a lot of extra cost to get a flag with an emblem or a couple different things on it, but you can get into gold gilding and metal and inlays and stuff like that, and it can get pretty much almost as expensive as you want to make it. But to actually make a suitable, not extravagant flag is probably going to run you between 20 to 50 gold pieces, depending on how intricate you make it.
I mean, it's up to you guys. We got the flags that we took from that other place, so I don't really know if we need our own.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
Well, do we? I
I'm
mean,
with you.
do we want to be identifiable, or like that's the drawback is then everybody knows?
I
Hey,
think we should stay stealthy.
okay.
Well, I mean, you can also just put it up and take it down too. I mean, that's just a
Yeah.
little caveat there.
Yeah, but we probably should save our gold for something
That's
a little more
true.
important.
That's kind of what I'm thinking too.
That's true.
You also get the sense that if it's not this particular shipwright, there's just about always a shipwright here.
Okay.
Yeah, probably on average, if we decide we want a flag. The only reason that I could think of us wanting a flag is to like steer people away from us. That would be like we pretty much showed up like a good amount of like dangerous people now. I would say that like maybe there might be some rumors about us, and if we had a flag, we might be able to avoid confrontation with people that would want to like,
Or
hurt us.
it could be like, oh, there's those people. Let's go attack them.
Yeah, it
Right.
works both ways. you
Yeah.
know? And I don't know if we're exactly dangerous enough for them to be scared. Now, if they would have seen the
I don't
bats and the
think we
crazy
are.
demon on our boat, we might be okay.
You didn't even see the crazy demon.
I was sleeping.
He wasn't a demon. He was a fiend.
Well,
He was eldritch, which is
tomato,
demonic.
Right.
tomato.
Well,
Right.
it's not demonic, but it's otherworldly and
Yes.
dangerous.
Yes.
Literally, you were summoning Cthulhu in our boat.
Oh my goodness.
We don't have time for Cthulhu here. This is the wrong world.
I
We
don't
could
even think-
turn this into a Call of Cthulhu game. That'd be
Oh
dope.
my gosh.
Do a mashup.
All right. So
All right. I'm gonna step out. My character's gonna step out and get a beer real quick,
all right.
and in real life.
Our arc, are we headed back onto the boat and
To the tavern.
Yeah, we can go to the tavern and relax, have a couple drinks before we get going again.
McFrizzle and Keldamore wanted to find pirate hookers.
Oh, wait. Before we go, because Frizzle's not here, and I know that he's gonna like he would want to restock on some of his explosives.
yeah, I when we start up next week, I'll run through that with him real quick.
Okay.
Or before then, I'll just we can hammer that out real quick.
Okay. I mean, I could buy it for him, and he could just pay me back since he was asleep
Yeah.
on the boat. If you want.
I mean, we'll use that ruse, but I don't know exactly what he wants, so I don't want to be like, here, you buy, all this stuff, and then he's like, I don't want any of this, and then
Okay.
we just gotta erase it. I'd just rather wait till he's actually present, and we can
That
you know.
works.
retro RP.
Because he's the only one that's used items effectively, so I'm gonna let him go ahead and buy cheap items if he can make them burn a boat down.
I think the only thing he used was a lantern and a flask
oil.
of oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's like his rope. I think he cut his rope
Yeah.
or some of it. Like like he's really been using that kind of shit. So I hate to have him miss the opportunity to buy some shit.
No, he won't miss it. I mean, real life happens, so we'll work with it.
Dude's gonna build a bomb out of some like palm leaves and a
Paperclip.
yeah.
MacGyver that stuff.
Yeah. McFrizzle invented bubble gum so he could build a bomb out of it. All right, so party back on the ship. Hal and the crew get you unmoored from this kind of ever-changing chain of merchant ships near the base of the giant spur, and Hal sees you into the docks at the base of the giant spur, which is getting this close now. You see that this mountain, essentially, in the center of the Great Sea, is like monstrous. It's probably, actually, make sure I don't misspeak here. All right, so it's about 3 miles wide at the base.
Jeez.
And it's not like mountains when we think of mountains as, triangles. This is more like if you took a really, really big single mountain out of the Rockies and made the bottom of it 3 miles wide and set it in the ocean. Like, this thing's not 90 degrees, but it's probably 65 to 70. It's just almost like a sheer wall going straight up. And you really can't see anything about the top other than it disappears into the clouds at some point. Do notice as you're unmooring from the chain of merchant ships about a half a mile away, and Hal is making his way to the docks, you see a rather large creature flying, maybe half a mile or so in the air. You only catch brief glimpses of it at a time. But it does seem like it's kind of on a fairly lazy descent down towards the base of the mountain. And as Hal and the crew pull the boat into the docks and get it moored up and safe in the harbor, you are approached by a kind of late middle-aged man, late 40s, early 50s, human male. He's fairly portly. Got just a pure, thin, still black though horseshoe of hair. Not really on top, like around the sides. He should give it up and just hasn't.
Okay.
And he's carrying a ledger in his hand, and you can see a quill and a bottle kind of sticking out of the pockets of his slightly too small overcoat. And he just kind of shuffles down the dock as Hal and the crew are getting moored and getting the boat squared away. But once they seem to have it fairly secured, he just almost penguin waddles right up to the edge of the dock at the boat, or where the boat is moored, and calls out, what's the name of this ship?
Oh gosh.
Okay, so did we decide on a name for it, guys?
I thought we did.
I know we threw out some ideas and stuff like that, but I don't think we ever like fully agreed on it.
Oh no, we took a vote because I got real
Everybody
goofy
picked
with
Hose
it.
and Hose, and I'm very disappointed.
We seconded.
That's the
Ark,
name of the group.
you seconded that the Heavenly Maiden was our ship.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was the vote.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
you did.
yeah, I'm
Y'all let me off here.
okay,
Did we-
yeah, I'm fine with that for the name.
Did we want to change our group name?
I just think that the the Shattered Stars really sound like a high school glee club.
It
Okay.
does.
The Wanderers is all right.
Okay. That's all I got.
That works for me. We'll go
Okay.
with that. If we
Okay.
decide to change in the future, we'll be okay.
Yeah, we're our own people. We can change our name, right?
Yeah, we do what we
Oh,
want.
why not?
Yeah.
I'm sure we're gonna piss somebody off and need to change it anyway.
We probably should come up with a new ship name at the next place we port anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
So while you're having this conversation, this gentleman's just kind of standing there. Goes, name of the ship, please.
The Heavenly Maiden.
All right. And, the name of your party?
Are you Mexican now?
No. Oh gosh. All right. Done with voices.
I like your accent.
Wow,
No,
that
you
was
keep
mean,
trying,
Lanny.
Lonnie.
He was
did a
doing
good
a
job.
thing,
I liked it, Maddie.
and I did too.
Oh, Lenny's so mean.
We're called the Wanderers. Ignore my sister.
He just kind of side eyes you, and now you make me feel bad about doing voices. See this?
No,
is
you just.
No, you're good,
Nope.
man.
why we can't have nice things. All right. So he
Really, do we
He's-
want to talk about how you pick on my southern accent?
he says, and what's your business on the Spur?
We're here resupplying and restocking for our travels.
You should do that out in the bay there.
Oh, okay.
Why are you?
Turk came to get some beer.
He kind of cocks his head and just looks at you all quizzically and goes, "This is not really a tavern on the Spur."
Well, what is there here to do?
No. You. Oh crap! I just forgot a killer. The name I needed to know. The all right. The most folks that go up are followers of the oarsmen.
Yeah, I meant to ask Hal about those.
There's
the
a
horseman?
there's a temple about halfway up, and most people don't go any higher than that.
Would I know who the oarsman is because I have very high religion?
Make a religion check.
That's not very high.
Mm,
You've probably heard the reference, at least a few times to the oarsmen of Skur, but in terms of
What they're about.
yeah, what the religion or the site is about or anything like that, you're kind of drawing a blank at the moment.
Hey, Maddie.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of quietly, take a look at my compass.
Yeah.
And what's it pointing to?
Like straight at the middle of this giant piece of rock in the front of you.
Okay.
And can I whisper to Caldemir in our...
Yeah, I'll kind of show everyone my compass, but I would prefer this guy not know.
Well, I was going to see if it... what it thought about him.
Ooh. Could I detect good and evil?
Yes.
Let's do that.
All right.
he literally just said this earlier.
Well, I know, but
Any of the party that is good would naturally light up. I believe Hal lights up.
Ooh,
Let me see. Hold on.
I wonder if he's good or bad.
Well, pointed at me.
Does detect good and evil let me decipher between good and evil, or does it just show me
It will
if they're not neutral,
show
basically?
you, yeah, basically if they're not neutral. Hal is good. Joy does not light up either way. Lorbin lights up good. The gentleman kind of growing rather impatient with you does not light up either way.
Okay. He doesn't seem like a
Right.
bad guy necessarily.
Yeah.
Say we just tell him we're following the oarsman.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull Ark to the side and be like, hey, just tell him that we're on a pilgrimage.
Okay. So we explain to him that we are on a pilgrimage.
Um, he kind of make a deception check actually.
Everybody or just Ark?
Just Ark.
Yeah.
Oh, oh no.
Ark!
So he
Lay down.
just kind of looks like cocks his head sideways as Ark's explaining this. Like he can't believe this half orc is standing here telling him this. And when Ark is done,
Two dats.
Yippee.
that's a chip.
Mm.
When Ark is done, he just kind of looks over you as a group and goes, "All right, well, don't make trouble while you're here." And he kind of reaches into his right trouser pocket and
He's got a gun.
turns around and starts shuffling off towards another boat that seems to be coming into more.
Okay.
You do, however, notice that there seems to be a growing sound of wings beating, and it
Oof.
kind of accelerates as this gentleman turns and starts walking off.
Does he have any wings that we can see?
No.
Can I make an investigation check to figure out where it's coming from?
You can make a perception check.
Okay.
Oh, 18. All right. So I'm actually gonna DM you real quick, Turk,
Okay.
because you made it on your own. man, my spelling's terrible.
That's okay. I'm a phonetic reader.
Good.
At least he ain't writing it out for you, then you wouldn't be able to read it.
You don't want to see my handwriting.
Yeah, that's how I am too. Mine is terrible.
I was raised by nurses in the age of computers.
So, guys, I'm pretty sure that's a dragon up there.
Sweet.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
A red dragon.
We kill him for his gold.
He's covered in golden jewels. Don't you see it?
He does look very shiny.
It doesn't look like it's fully grown though.
Oh, it's a baby dragon.
Taking golden jewels from a baby.
Oh my
Alright.
gosh. McFrizzle's not here, guys. Stop robbing things.
So as
Says the
Turk,
guy who wants to fight everything.
as Turk is kind of explaining this to you, it becomes quite apparent to everybody now that that the figure that was kind of lazily circling and descending the spur as you were getting closer to it is not quite full grown, but younger than a baby. Red
You mean
dragon,
older than a baby?
or older than a baby. Excuse me. Yes, and it is rapidly descending, pretty much dead on to your boat as this gentleman
Uh-oh.
on the dock is walking away.
Can I pet it?
No, dragons are like
Can I do-
intelligent, right?
Ooh,
Yes.
let me do animal handling.
Do I speak Draconic? He's not an animal.
He's an
Technically.
animal.
Where are my languages? Oh,
But-
here.
I think I can touch him and speak to it.
You want to touch the dragon?
I think I can.
Y'all
I
won't
mean-
let me pet it, but you'll let the warlock pet it? That's
Would-
not fair.
Would my pseudo dragon be able to translate otherwise? Well, that's going to take me a while to resummon.
No,
Like we
he
have
should
that
only
time.
be able to speak what
So
you can
my
speak.
speak with animals spell won't work.
I don't think all my languages are showing up here. Hang on, let me go look.
Most dragons can speak a couple of languages.
Oh yeah.
I don't think. Necessarily be an issue, but as y'all are kind of having this debate, she lands fairly gracefully on the bow of the heavenly maiden. Now that she has a name, but you do feel the front of the ship kind of keel down pretty hard as this amount of weight's placed on the ship suddenly. And she kind of takes a second and inspects all of you. Uh-oh. What are y'all rolling?
I ain't rolling anything because nobody answered my question.
What was your question?
If it was nothing.
What was it?
She asked about
If
animal
you could
handling.
animal
No,
handling.
speak to animals.
Oh,
I answered it and said that it's not an animal.
Well, you're not the DM, so I don't want to hear it.
I have this.
yeah, dragons aren't considered animals. As she lands and kind of takes all of the party in, she says in common, or actually asks in common, why why does Bolval believe you are suspicious?
Oh gosh.
Ark?
Don't let Art be deceptive.
Well,
Yeah, I'm not very good at that.
I probably wouldn't try to deceive this dragon.
Probably not, because he
No.
could eat us all and destroy the ship.
I would just be honest,
Interesting.
honestly.
Who's she talking about?
That guy that we just talked to.
That was his name?
I'm gonna assume that's who she talks to since we haven't spoken to anybody else.
I bet that's what he pulled out of his pocket. He called her over here.
Y'all in trouble?
The guy who asked for the name of the boat and everything?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, Ark, talk to the dragon.
Okay,
So-
what did he ask again?
Why?
Why
Why
did
we're
the person think we're
suspicious.
deceptive? Why we're being sketch?
Because we've run into some trouble on our travels before and wanted to avoid trouble. We're just here to resupply, get a rest in before we go back out to sea.
You're gonna need a deception check again.
Oh, it's not going to be good.
She kind of takes a minute to like really look over what's going on between the individual members of the party and Hal and the ship. She even kind of looks up and sees what flags you are flying in are not. And while she's doing this, you notice, as you probably can tell somewhat from her token, but she is like got a kind of almost excessive amount of jewelry, and some of it's kind of even past the point of jewelry where it seems like there's been golden plates made and inlaid with jewels to fit her at her size now that are very obviously in a short years in her lifespan going to be not a good size anymore and have to be redone. She's very gaudy in appearance. But having said all that, she kind of gets done looking everyone over and looks at Archaea and says, "Well, most just travelers and resuppliers don't take the care to dock against the Spur itself. Given the varied company that is aboard the ship, I'm pretty confident in what kind of group lies before me. You're not the first group of adventurers to ever dock here.
She's on to us, guys.
Should we tell her we want to investigate the temple?
dragon.
It wasn't really a lie. I mean,
Listen, we're here. I'm whispering to Ark with my whisper earring in my jacket so the dragon can't hear me. We're here for that star shard, and she very
Like, that
clearly
don't look
probably
obvious.
has the star shard. Maybe not on her, but maybe it's in her possession. I'm not pulling this compass out right now to check if it's actually on her.
No.
But we're gonna need it from her. I only see this working out two ways.
Go ahead.
either we find a way to bargain with her, or we do some sneaky shit, or we fight. I guess that's 3 ways.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to fight her. I say
Don't
we
want to
bargain
fight a
with her.
dragon.
I don't
Yeah.
want to fight a dragon.
Yeah, that would not end well.
So I think our best bet here is to just be straight up. She's a dragon. Like,
So we'll explain to her that we're looking for the star that fell from the sky.
uh-oh,
That's-
she's moving.
As Keldamer's whispering all this to Ark, she's kind of just inching closer. That was the perception check. She heard everything you said.
Oh, son of a bitch.
And as Ark explains the full intent of the party, that you're seeking out these fragments and essentially the shard, she kind of, if you can call it, relaxes slightly and says when that star went across the top of the spur is when all the fuss started, and I was sent here by my mother. I was told not to return until whatever the complaints are going on here were sorted out, and I really have no care or interest to sort it out myself. So if that is the reason your group is here, if you will resolve these issues for me, I will see you well rewarded once I'm able to return home and not be bothered by this pettiness anymore. Whew.
Okay, we'll glad to help you.
Yeah.
And she just kind of eyeball killed him for a second, and kind of sneer. You, at least you've got a head on your shoulders, kind of. And she will take off back into kind of semi-lazy ascent of the giant spur.
Mm.
And as you watch her, you kind of get the sense that she's almost doing like a patrol, like she's looking for something, but not really looking. She's kind of just more giving the appearance that she got sent here to figure this out. So I got to do something so it looks like I'm trying.
Well, that went better than I thought.
Yes, it
Yeah.
did.
So, what are y'all doing?
Did we ask Hal if he knows anything about the oarsman?
Are you asking Hal, or are you asking if you asked Hal?
I'm going to ask Hal if he knows anything about the.
The oarsman?
Yeah,
All right. So,
that's right, isn't it?
Yep. I gotta go through notes and find my junk. Hal knows. All right. So, Hal kind of explains what he knows about the oarsmen from his time at sea, which is that among like people on a lot of the coasts, or particularly sailors and people who spend most of their life at sea. The oarsman is a fairly popular divine figure, a lawful neutral god of like safe passage and windless skies, and the god of those lost at sea. Um, he is actually a servant of Spur, who is the tempestuous god of the sea. And it's believed like he steers the god's ship of water, recovering those sunk by Skir's fury or ferrying them to their final destination. There's been stories of sailors who have seen claim they have seen a black oar reach out and pull them back onto their boat, even when there was no one around. And this site is regarded by worshippers of the oarsmen as um, the most holy site in regards to him, and they believe it. This giant, kind of almost straight up and down uh, mountain represents the oar that he'll someday use to like paddle the world to its rightful destination. Like they almost believe like it's an oar shoved down into the ocean, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Um, people come to the giant spur to take a pilgrimage, essentially to ascend it, with the belief that the oarsmen will heed their prayers, bring them word of loved ones that have been lost at sea. There's a belief that those that can climb the spur all the way to the astral plane will stand at the hand of the oarsmen, where they can be reunited with their lost love once again. Some people believe that to be an allegory for the impossibility of recovering someone. Some people believe it at face value. The general way that the followers of the oarsmen or people on their pilgrimage to the spur are kind of identified, or one, their garb. They kind of wear kind of plain white clothing, almost like a ghost, I guess. It's just really plain drab whites. And then their ships are almost always marked with a black oar attached somewhere to the forward part of the ship. And there's a lot of okay. There's a register in the temple about how 2 miles up the giant spur, that is essentially has the name of everyone that's attempted to ascend the spur beyond that point and not returned. And every full moon they have a memorial ceremony, and one, read all the names of the people who have yet to return, and two, followers kind of pay homage to the oarsmen by throwing mementos or offerings out of a kind of a overlook in the temple into the sea below. And that is kind of the extent of Hal's knowledge.
Was Hal a follower of the oarsmen?
No.
Hey guys, we should grab what's his name's things and throw them in the ocean, since he vanished and never returned.
What's his name? What do you mean?
The one that was leading our party.
Theoden.
Theoden.
What was the other guy? Vandal. There were two.
There's three actually. We also had a paladin pop him one time, and then
Yeah.
Dale.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, we should see what kind of gold we could get for selling their stuff at the places over here.
Ooh.
Shit, son. Good idea.
Not just throw
Maybe
it
they'll
away.
Take a slave.
Well, we should take a trinket. What's hey Hal, what do you think about putting an ore on our ship? Worth anything?
I've never had much use for gods. I've found in my days at sea, it's usually common sense and wits that see people through.
Fair enough.
Oh, and not taking on fucking pirates. Kind of side eyes all of you as he says it.
Well,
Didn't have any say in the matter.
So
well, now what?
Arc.
Well, I definitely think we need to sell whatever we can of whoever's not with us anymore.
Then we have to undock and stuff. Let's do that on the way out.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense then.
I'm gonna say for brevity that their stuff's like back in Great Haven with them because none of them ever made it to the boat.
Oh,
Theoden
you're
made it on the
right.
boat.
Oh, Theoden.
Somebody got seasick and went under.
Theoden was headed to the boat with y'all, but that was before any of the encounters at the dock.
Yeah, that's true.
He
That's
wasn't there
true.
for any of that stuff.
He must have
Dang it.
died and we didn't notice.
Yeah, poor dwarf. Hey, fun D&D fact for the day. Everybody in this world is either a dwarf or not a dwarf.
I'm not a
Yep.
dwarf.
Yep.
All right. So, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna pull out and show the compass again to Ark. Point out that like very clearly there's a star chart up here somewhere. So maybe we follow.
You thinking maybe in that temple that we saw earlier?
I think we should go to the temple.
Or higher, maybe.
Yep.
So
Is the dragon still around for us to ask if he knows where it could be or anything about it?
The dragon is not around. You still see the kind of portly little human guy stomping back and forth up the dock. As you know, a ship approaches, he'll go approach it and with his little ledger and write down the name of the ship and the name of the party. And when it doesn't look like there's anything really going on, there's a kind of a small house, pretty much built onto stilts, up against the edge of the spur, where he kind of ducks in, and you see him poke his head out every now and again, checking for ships coming in or out.
Do we want to try and talk to him to see if he knows anything about the shard or the temple or any kind of helpful information?
Yeah, I think at least getting us to the temple would be a good idea.
Okay, let's go say hi.
Maddie.
There we go. Yeah, I forget to keep the streaming computer like not
Wake.
going into sleep mode. Yep.
You know you're not streaming, right?
What?
Oh, are you Twitch streaming?
Yeah.
I forgot about Twitch.
Dun dun dun. So I'm gonna move you guys back to the front page. So y'all are gonna track down this little portly guy and talk to him.
Yes.
All right. So just watching the docks, it doesn't appear that any boats are coming or going at the moment. So as a group, you head towards this little kind of house built into the up against the side of the spur, and it's not real big. It seems to be fairly decently constructed, but it doesn't really speak money at all. It looks like maybe 2 to 3 rooms big, 1 story, and it looks, like a house that's out in the middle of the ocean. It's it's seen some weather wear and tear over the years. Um, so I'm guessing y'all are knocking.
Yeah, we'll approach him and
Knock. All right. So
yeah,
as
we'll
you
knock.
as you knock on the door, the same little, well, not little, the same kind of stout, portly gentleman sticks his head out. Ah,
Hey, we wanted to know if you had any information about the star that fell from the sky or the temple that's up here on the land.
oh, now you want to talk, huh?
Yes, we were just kind of nervous earlier.
Uh, yes. Aurora has a tendency to bring the honesty out in people. That's maybe 2 or 3 months ago. The star that pretty much everyone's seen went kind of straight across the top of the spur, and there's been a lot of strange things go on since it went across the top. A lot of the a lot more of the um what are you the fanatics that go up to pay their homage or respects don't come back. Uh, Not uncommon for them to have folks not come back, but it seems like a lot more of them haven't been coming back since the star went across the top. They even the one of the temples on the mainland sent a new priest out to oversee the temple, as the priest that had been up there for years just went missing recently in the past month or so.
I don't have a good feeling about this, guys.
Mm, yeah. So they just go missing, never to be seen or heard from again.
Uh, he kind of rubs his chin a little and goes, "Yeah, it's not really that they go missing. There's always people that swear they're gonna climb the spur to the top and reach the astral plane and actually be with the oarsmen, and we normally have always had 10 or 15 people a month that just never go up but never come back down. um, but here lately it's been more like 10 or 15 a week, and that's, I don't know if there's that many people stupid enough now to try climbing it, or it seems like there's something else at play for the number of people to be climbing like that so rapidly.
I think we should probably cautiously approach this.
Yeah.
Does he know anything else about the new priestess? Like what she was dressed or her race?
Uh, yeah, I mean, he would have met her when she docked. He pretty much meets everybody.
Would she had? Does he remember what she was wearing? I guess what I'm getting at is this the Black Rock? Is this priestess in heavy lace and has iridescent tattoos and
So just describing, or actually just asking him what she looks like. He goes, I believe her name was Selka. She had on blue and black robes, dark, kind of curly hair, little past her shoulders.
the Elvish? Is it Elven or Elvish? I don't know. Elvish is the language. Elven is the people, right?
Sure.
I'm offended.
I'm an elf too.
Yeah, I'm offended.
Here we go. Oh gosh, why can't I see it?
This guy doesn't even know about his own people.
Listen, me and Sam Adams are getting along real good.
I haven't moved this somewhere where I can see it because it's not
You
cooperating.
could have an elfish grin, right?
Yeah.
So she could be elfish. Yeah.
She was human.
Okay.
This changes everything.
Well, we don't need to murder her immediately.
Hey, I need like 5 minutes. I got to run and take care of something real quick.
Okay.
You're good.
It only takes him 5 minutes.
Whoa. Whoa.
All right. Well, Art does that. Let's all take a couple minutes. I could use the restroom.
In this time, can I unsummon and resummon my new familiar?
Are you gonna summon the little dragon?
I sure am.
Did you see the picture I put
I
in there?
did. That's why I wanted to. I was like, that thing is way cooler.
Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah, we'll say between the 7 days of traveling and even it probably was an hour or so from the time you left the kind of chain of merchant ships and got into the dock that you've had time to
Okay.
do that. I'm gonna use the restroom and stuff real
Yep.
quick.
Good idea.
I wish I could draw. Like, even using paint or something.
What are you talking about?
Like, I wish
Yeah.
I had the ability to animate some of this.
Mm.
Some of what?
Like, some of these things. Like, Turk with his little dragon. Or, Lonnie half bear.
You mean as in naked or as in animal form?
Animal form. Or, like, draw a little picture with Lonnie with sea urchins on her boobies for art.
That would be funny.
If I had artistic capabilities, it's fun when you end up with an artist in your group and you have like random ass pictures of your character doing things.
I wish I had a little more artistic skill. Just let.
That's why you married me.
At least you got artistic kids.
Artistic or autistic?
Artistic.
Yeah, see, like,
And
So
I'm not
it's-
artistic.
No. I said, and you've got artistic kids.
Oh.
I'm so used to y'all like being kill it as the answer to everything. I already had her stats and everything pulled up in the background.
That's Keldemer. He wants to kill everything.
I'm just chilling now.
I hope Frizzle's able to come Saturday.
They're
Yeah, me
watching
too.
Gothica, and they said it's a weird movie. I was like, that's a good movie.
Here, watch this video.
Mm-mm.
Somebody like animated their D&D game.
I don't know if I have time.
It's 3 minutes.
Last time you sent me something to look at, it was inappropriate.
No, that's not true. I've sent you like 100 wild shape forms since then. No,
Yeah,
like somebody,
quote unquote wild shape form.
they're doing like Twitch streaming this D&D game. So somebody took like the intro and animated it.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's really cool. You have like I think they have, let's see, they have well, at this point, they have a vampire rogue, a like half elf ranger, a sylvan, like an iron wing. It's like a fairy, barbarian, a Ganassi druid, like a water Ganassi. And there's like a turtle person. He has like his own world with like custom races and stuff too, but and it's like this video is freaking hilarious. And he's the DM, the carriage driver.
Most of those races are like official races. They're just not. I didn't want to buy like that many source books for our first game.
Yeah. He's got like some custom stuff built in, like, and he'll build like custom classes if you give him enough of a heads up. Like, these are big games. I mean, like the huge streamers are playing them and stuff, but yeah, I'm trying to remember. The turtle people are called Tortles, yeah.
Yep.
And then Water Kanasi, and then
there's actually a race that came with the kind of overlaying adventure arc we're doing that I will probably implement into my world whenever we start another campaign, just because they're kind of cool, and I think Lonnie would like them.
yeah, I've always wanted to play like a vampire rogue. Their vampire on here is a monk, which is pretty sick. So she beats the hell out of something, then bites it and gets to beat it some more. Like, it's pretty cool. And they have the Iron Wing Barbarian, the Iron Wing like Sylvan Barbarian. So she's like a little fairy that carries a giant battle axe. Like, it's freaking sweet. But
Still
yeah,
waiting on the arc.
yeah, that's been a really cool game to watch. They just finished their first season and just started their second season, I think. Yeah. He's got this like, so he's been like a professional DM for, I don't know, 15 years, and he's got this whole world he's built, and he's run all of these individual campaigns, like for 5 or 6 players at a time.
Yeah.
And the overarching story is bringing all of those groups together.
Oh,
like they're all on different planes of existence kind of right now, like different worlds, but like the overarching like multiversal story is bringing them all together to defend the multiverse against like a destruction of some kind. But I've only seen this one part of the story. I mean, there's like forever amounts of content about it.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
It's
So
like,
there's like 7 groups, I think, that he's going to bring all together into one session at one point.
that's a lot of people to DM for.
That's like 30 people or something.
Yeah, rip that dude's sanity.
He's really good at it. But I mean, it's what he does for a living. So
It trips me out, like how long Critical Role's campaigns go.
yeah. Yeah, there's some really cool ones to watch and like take it ideas from, like as a player or as a DM.
Yeah. The only thing I like about theirs is one that, like, D&D games with a group of people that are comfortable with each other are a lot of fun in and of themselves, just because the people know each other and can cut up. Like,
Yeah,
y'all do. Like,
I'm
that's a
getting
really
there.
good-
I feel like.
Yeah. That's one really good element, but then they're all voice actors, so it just like makes it that much kind of more
Yeah, it's like entertaining to watch.
yeah.
It's more interactive too. Like I wish I could do like accents better. I can't do those things, so I try to like stick with a character that's going to be like more like me in general. Yeah.
I
I'm
do
back.
accents. Lonnie makes
Yeah.
fun
Welcome back.
when I do accents, so
I think you should keep doing them. Keep
Oh, I didn't
practicing.
realize Critical Role was
Ignore
Felicia
him.
Day.
yeah.
Oh, I love her and
I
the
love.
guild.
Wait, she's
Yep.
she's not on it
No.
like
Oh,
full time.
Oh, okay.
A
Because
couple
they
of the
do like
people,
with the guild, they do D&D.
yeah,
I love
she
the
does like
guild.
some appearances on there from time to time. If you ever look at Critical Role, Laura Bailey, the dark-haired girl that sits next to the kind of what looks like a good old country boy, um, she does the voice for Jaina Proudmore and some stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
My
All right.
buddy, he is convinced that I'm Will Wheaton's twin.
Gosh,
In fact, we were doing the face the face swap thing on the gifts. You can't tell a difference if I if I
Damn it,
if
Will
I do.
Wheaton.
Yep. All right, sorry.
oh, you're good. All right, so what are y'all doing?
I'm following Ark wherever he goes, as long as we get my star shard.
Okay, so I think we need to approach the temple cautiously, but it seems like that's kind of where the compass is pointing, don't you guys think?
I think so. Yeah.
So I think,
Something's going on up there.
yeah. So I think we need to go investigate the temple, but I definitely think we should be very cautious since we've heard of all these people disappearing.
I'm gonna follow you, Ark.
Okay. So to get to this temple, do we keep the boat docked here and take like a smaller boat in, or are we able to walk across like to get to land?
Are you asking DM or are you asking this dude whose name y'all still don't know?
Asking DM.
All right. Where this guy's kind of little house is, which is kind of stilted up against the edge of the giant spur, and behind it's kind of this almost sheer rock face of this mountain. There's docks that are built kind of in an arch. They don't completely encompass the mountain. They're probably only about 500 or 600 yards worth of docks, and a slight semicircle up against the base of it. But fairly midsection of where those docks hit, you can see that there's a well-traveled trail that starts to lead up around the exterior of this mountain, almost like it's going to corkscrew around the outside of it and go up. Like it's not accessible in the middle. Like this 3 mile wide thing you see is just rock jutting up.
Okay.
So
So
go ahead.
is there any kind of like a pathway or anything like that to get around and up into where this temple is?
Yeah, the temple is actually like partway up the actual spur. So essentially you would follow this trail around the outside of the giant spur, and once it gets up to a certain point, it's gonna hit that temple, as the temple is kind of built into the side of the mountain. And then, if you went out the other or left the temple and kept going, you would just continue up past the temple. But it's a pretty good ways up.
Fast travel.
Yeah, I mean we'll start heading that way.
All right, so talking to. All right, so I think. Let me look this up real quick, so I'm not being dumb. All right, so a like normal pace walking, you can travel on foot. You travel about 24 miles a day. It's gonna be like roughly 3 days of walking to get to the temple.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean you're talking a 3 mile across piece of rock, and you're gonna essentially walk the circumference of it until you're way up in the air. Like it's not an arduous climb, but it's a pretty good hike. So, it was midday when y'all came in, so I would say it's probably quite notably late day, but not really dusk yet. You probably may be able to make 6 to 8 miles of it today before dark, or you could start in the morning, whichever way y'all want to go about it.
I say we start in the morning. Let's rest up if it's going to take that long. What do you guys think?
I think getting
Yeah,
a
I
good
think that's
rest
a good idea.
is good.
We can stock up on supplies and stuff before we leave out.
Okay.
Y'all all make a wisdom saving throw.
Again?
Yeah, again.
It's a good thing we're wise.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh, Ark.
Ark with the big net one.
Yeah. My brain falls out of my head.
Well,
Ark
Huh?
goes, "Durr, what?"
So y'all are going to y'all are gonna sleep on the boat for the night and then take off in the morning. Is
Yeah.
what I'm gathering. Alright, so as y'all kind of spend the evening hanging out, relaxing, doing whatever y'all want to do. And as the sun
Shoot
goes
some
down,
b-ball outside the school.
oh geez, there's not a school here, Rebel.
Oh.
as kind of the sun goes down and y'all start heading in for the night, gonna make sure there's nothing nobody wants to do before we turn the day.
I don't have anything that I need to do.
I think I'm good.
We'd be resting anyway. So yeah, I'm cool.
All right.
I think.
So everybody enjoys a good night's rest. I don't think y'all have consumed anything to need to refresh anything, but you can do that if you do. And you're awakened by the sound of the new day.
Beep 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 beep. Is that the sound?
No, that's our sounds.
Oh, okay.
And I think that's a good place to stop for the night.
Oh, this will be Saturday.
So what?
Oh
I said this will
yeah,
be fun on Saturday.
yeah.
There's a lot of stuff going on here that's pretty cool. I like it. And it'll be good to have Frizzle because a lot of it is those things that I've been like excited to see how y'all how are they gonna do this?
Hmm.
Because when I was setting it all up, I was like, oh, they're gonna fight this. Oh, they're gonna fight that. And now it's like, oh, they're not gonna fight everything anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe we will.
Also, I don't know which dragon I want to use because I found another one that's real cool.
Good deal.
Or red.